Hello and welcome. I'm Gavin, and today we're going to be talking about affiliate marketing, sales funnels. I don't know if you've heard these terms, you may have done because they're being banded around the internet at the moment on what's big right now. Digital marketing. It's huge, lots of people trying to get into it, but what we're mainly going to be focusing on is what they don't tell you. So get rich quick schemes have been around for forever, and everything just sounds so easy these days. Believe me, if it was that easy, when people start showing you their six-figure salaries and their brand new flat and cars and all that, you know, it's easy to think, well, if they're doing it, all I have to do is mimic them. Believe me, it's taken them years to get there. So you just have to know that if life did work like that, then one day you'll switch on the TV and you'll see your bin collector is now into some program like affiliate marketing or running his own, you know, internet business, selling software, anything like that, and your bin to still be sitting outside because everybody doing it. And also, if the market didn't crash, if everyone was getting in it, we'd starve to death because there'd be no one in the shops to run them. Bit crazy, but there you go. So one of the things is, I'm going to tell you first a bit of background history. So I'm 40 years old, this is 2020, so if you're new to this channel, welcome. This channel is quite new at the moment. Now, when we started off, we do have our own building company, and it is small. We was growing it at one point to a mini empire, and we decided actually that's not a great thing to do, so we very quickly slowed it down. But if we rewind a bit, I actually left school with no qualifications, or there was a couple, but it wasn't even worth talking about. It wouldn't really get you a job, wouldn't make much difference. And then when I was in my early 20s, the best qualification I got was a driving license. Used that to leave work from factories to driving your .com vans, delivering home shopping. Did that for a number of years, and then one day going forward, was always good working with my hands. My wife said, why don't you do this for a living? She used her knowledge and experience. We set up a company and off we went. We fit mainly kitchens and bathrooms, and now we're trying to get into the digital market. So we have learned so much in such a short space of time. We're still learning. Obviously we're going to make mistakes, but one of the things is I wanted to get in this video is what they don't tell you, because obviously if I was going to tell you everything, it wouldn't do them any favours, especially when they're trying to sell a course. At the end of it, who can blame them? They still need to fund. Nothing comes for free, you know, they need to fund the time they're putting into teaching people, so fair play to them. And it's really good, amazing what some of them achieved. But some of them had absolute fantastic education to help them along the way. But one of the fundamentals is what it comes down to. If you haven't got any internet traffic, you are a dead duck in the water. Nothing's going to happen. And there's two ways of getting traffic. You can either pay advertising to get yourself out there, or you can use followers. Now, going back to affiliate marketing, if you're not sure what it is, it's basically selling something on somebody's behalf. You would have a link, you see it all the time on YouTube channels, you'd have a link to a description. Say for example, somebody is recommending headphones or doing a comparison, and they will have a link to those headphones. It could be Amazon or somewhere else in the description. You click on that, purchase it, they make a cut of the profit. It's as simple as that. And you can use affiliates also. It's a two-way thing. You can use them to promote your company and what you're doing. But when they say that all you have to do is put a YouTube video out there, it's never as simple as that. 75% of the views come from outside sources, like your followers on Facebook or Instagram and other places too. You can pay to get your ad out. Again, you know, how much money do you want to throw at these things? It's difficult because you could be, it's like if you're on a golf course, you could keep hitting balls up the golf course hoping that one of them's getting in the hole, and you may never have played golf before. So if you haven't done any research, then is it for you? That's the thing, you know. You can watch these videos all day long on how easy is it. I mean, I've got a video on coming out soon as how you could set up your own company, to create your own company. Now, although yes, it's easy, but if you haven't got any work coming in, or a niche, as that makes me laugh so much. It says basically it's the difference between American English and English. They call it a niche, a bad itch. We call it a niche. And which reminds me, it's like entrepreneur. Sounds like you just climbed Mount Everest. I'm an entrepreneur, made it. You know, in France, entrepreneur could be written on the side of a van, and you'd just be a painter and decorator, because it just means tradesman. But these fancy words, you know, they come from somewhere, gives you a different feel in another language. So there we have it, the origins. But going back to what I'm saying about the whole traffic, that's the missing link, is that in order to get the traffic to you in the first place, you need to build up followers, and that takes time. And there are endless YouTube videos on how you do this, but it all has to have a structure, like a line. You have to follow what you need to do, A to B to C to D, to get to Z. And when you watch a video on, look at how much I'm going to show you a graph, and you think, wow, that's amazing. If he's done this, you know, everyone's getting in on it. It's never that simple. My wife and I, we have tried other things in the past, and we decided, no, it's not for us. But luckily, we always thought about how far do we go before we say no. And well, here we are now. So we have actually ourselves set up a sales funnel. Now, sales funnel, there you go, you got 2 videos for the price of 1 here, because often you get endless videos about sales funnels, and they might include affiliate marketing as well. But sales funnels is simply when you click on an item, say it be on Amazon, and you get taken to that item and say, hey, do you want, say if it's a laptop, you click on the laptop and they say, hey, you know what, you might want this this charger cable, this USB stick, this universal bus port, and we will give all those to you for a basic bonus sum, but it would be worth twice as much if you bought it individually. Now that is a sales funnel, so you're not finished yet. You keep clicking away, you keep filling up your cart, you do save money, that are very good, but again, you know, you need to have a program for that, and nothing's that simple. But I could literally sit here and tell you all you need to do is, and paint a picture that is so easy to do, and then you would go away thinking, you'd be all geared up, so, oh, I'm so excited to tell you. You'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna give a slice of this cake that they're all talking about. It's never that simple, never that simple. Again, what we're doing, you know, is there's plenty of building work out there. We're trying to come away from that, but with the sacrifice we're making is we're taking a bit of a dive in the income to make time for this. You know, you have to sacrifice time. So there's no way you could do a full-time job and bury your head in all this research. Well, you can, but you could just hit burnout. And even YouTube channels hit burnout after a number of years. The ideas go thin on the ground, and you've got to keep up your audience. You've got to keep trying to get new audiences. So if you've got a good a program running, a niche or a niche, which for my wife it's the healthy eating, and for me it's about getting people self-employed and finding ideas to basically work for yourself. It doesn't have to be internet marketing, but what we're talking about today is just that. And it always, whatever it is you're going to do it, in my experience, it always will involve some internet marketing some way or another. It will always come back to business every time. So, but you can't just have a niche saying, oh, it's business, it covers too many areas. You got to pinpoint your audience, find out, so the research, there's many tricks and tips of how you get direct results from your instant results from your research. One of them is, say for example, if you're looking at veganism, if that's your niche, you will go to a YouTube video, type vegan, go to the top one, whatever, and you will look at their tags and see everything that's related and find out, okay, so what are they aiming at? They've obviously got a high view count, but even then, they didn't get their views just by slapping that video on there. They got a following, and it's a bit like, if you don't get the views, your video will just sink. It's like a supermarket. If no one's buying that product, it won't be on display. It might be there somewhere, but no one's going to see it in the end. So it's a long road. It really is. You've got to have the time and the patience. You've got to decide, is it for you? Because you could easily follow anybody telling you that you could buy their program, buy and say fair play to them. Their programs, I've seen some of them, are very good, but it all sounds great, and then you realise actually you've got to do this and you've got to do that, and it's not so great. For me, my biggest hurdle is social media. I've never been one to decipher the realm of social media, and when it comes to Facebook and Instagram, literally I'm at the beginning of that. So that is my hurdle, and that I've got to create a following. So if you stay with me, we will update you with videos on just how we're doing, and you will see the mistakes. Obviously everybody makes mistakes on the way. I believe that we did quite well in the building industry, mainly kitchens and bathrooms, and the best thing we ever did, we scaled it back, and we had an interesting life, very enjoyable. But now it's a time to adapt. I don't want to be doing that for the rest of my life. And most interesting thing was that when we did go self-employed, everything changed within 1 year. It just went crazy. I mean, most of the furniture we had in our house at the time was second hand, and all of a sudden this money was just coming in, and it kept coming and coming. But again, we had to market ourselves, and we had to go on work platforms and find customers. And one of the things we built our company on was the good old-fashioned honesty. We wouldn't try and sell something that somebody didn't need. We saw the long-term approach rather than the short-term, which meant it would create a really good customer base, because it's word of mouth, reputation. And that went a very long way for us. I mean, we started going on fancy holidays and buying new furniture, and you just think, well, this is crazy. How comes we didn't do this before? We're just thankful we're doing it now. But yeah, you soon get used to that. We're not interested in a supercar or fancy apartment. We just want to make something work that's going to work for us. Take what you need and not work too hard. I think that's the key. But again, if you want to do your research, then this type of marketing, it might be for you. But if you've got any experience in it, then you might have a chance. If you're a social media addict and you've got a big following, that is your head start, because then you know how to approach the crowd and sell to your followers. The one thing is getting that traffic. So that's it for today. Please subscribe, because it helps support this channel, what we're trying to do here, and I will see you in another video.